On KQ2's first football tonight of the 2025 season, Benton, Central, and Lafayette all had road games in Kansas City this evening. Could they come away with a win? Plus, Maryville had a big rematch with Blair Oaks to kick off the year. Could the Spoof Hounds exact some revenge? Then in 8-man football, a battle of two of the top teams in the state as Rockport squared off against Worth County. All that and more coming up on Football Tonight.
The legacy of Football Tonight.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Football Tonight. We got an exciting show for you.
One of the great things that high school football brings out are the rivalries. Towns get behind their teams, schools trading wins each season.
This show, really at this level, in the small market television, set the tone.
This is what it's all about.
And with that, welcome into our first episode of Football Tonight, the 2025 season. Chris Roush, Brett Kennedy with you for the next 30 minutes. Lots of fun high school matchups around our area for week one of football season.
I can't believe it's already back, and it's speechless.
It feels like just yesterday, training camp, fall camps were starting for all these teams. They're already here, week number one. Some interesting matchups, some dominant performances, a lot of just different happening tonight too.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of everything too. This is always week one, clean slate for everybody. How good is each team going to be? I mean, we find out tonight. I mean, this is where they start their journey right here. So, I mean, we're going to start, though, in Class 5 as the Central Indians begin their 2025 season with Winnetonka in Kansas City, starting at halftime, 14-13, Central up. Tonka marches down the field, gets ahead by Central by a score of 19-14. Extra points broken up by the Indians. Then it's Central out in their new Nike uniforms on the road this evening. Later, Cannon Wetlaufer back at quarterback this year, looking for a man, but he gets swallowed up by the Griffin defense. That's okay, because on the flip side, Central down on the goal line, Drake Gilkison. This guy is a stud for Central. Gets over the goal line, twists like a pretzel for the touchdown. Central up 20-19 at the time, and they go on to win this one 26-25 by a point.
All right, staying in the KC Metro, Benton football begins the Mark Cole era on the road at Northeast KC. The Cardinals and the Vikings tonight. Cole has his boys ready. Cards fly down the field after a failed onside kick to open up the game. Xander Tiller, the sophomore, practically can just walk on into the end zone. 6-0 Benton. Cardinal cheers, pepping up the away crowd, traveling to KC as well. Good traveling squad here tonight as well, down on the south side of Kansas City. Later, Northeast trying to make something happen, but quarterback gets taken down by Ryder Smith. Nothing there. Benton, a dominant performance tonight. 1-0 on the season. Mark Cole's first game as Benton's head coach. They win 44-0. Let's take a look at some of the other Midland Empire Conference games tonight. Lafayette down at Center High School losing 24-15, but Savannah on the road, dominant Class 4 District 8 team against Class 4 District 7 Pleasant Hill. Savannah wins 41-24.
In Maryville, the Spoof Hounds football team had a rematch with Blair Oaks to start the year. Blair Oaks, the defending Class 3 state champion, defeated Maryville in the state semifinals last season. Spoof Hounds haven't beaten the Falcons since 2017. On the Hounds' first drive, 4th and 10, Jackson Dredge in the bucket to Lucas Ziegler for the touchdown. 2-pointer no good, 6-0 Maryville. Matt Webb looking for his defense to bounce back from that and back that up. Blair Oaks, though, counted with one huge play. Tyler backs the screen pass to Brady Dapkus. 2024 All-State player shows why here. 81 yards to the crib. Blair Oaks takes the lead 7-6. Then after the Maryville giving up an interception, backs to Cooper Peters across the middle over the goal line. 14-6. Blair Oaks is up now. Spoofhounds looking for a superhero effort from their team to try and pull this one out. Second quarter, Dredge, the junior, hucks it up deep to another junior. It's Ziegler again. Sticky fingers, big play. Hounds in business. Few plays later, senior Weston Talley takes the pitch on 4th and goal, muscling his way across the goal line. Ball comes out, but he crossed first. 14-12, Blair Oaks just up 2 right before halftime. Blair Oaks looking for more, but watch this. Carson Hagman steals the ball away from the receiver for the interception. Play of the week nominee. Maryville down just 2 at the half, but Blair Oaks shifted into overdrive in the second half. They go on to cruise to a 42-14 win. 2 other Midland Empire Conference teams playing tonight. Cameron was at Oak Grove. The Dragons getting the win tonight, 27-14. And then Chillicothe was also on the road at Marshall. The Hornets, they fall to Marshall. The Owls, 25-19.
Well, coming up later in the show, A-Man football. St. Joseph Christian had an interesting home matchup with Nottoway Valley tonight.
And we get into KCI conference play. East Buchanan had a home game in Gower this evening. All that and more after the break. Now we head into KCI conference play. East Buchanan, coming off an 8-3 season, started their 2025 journey in Gower tonight as the Bulldogs hosted Central Kansas City. Bulldogs and Eagles shaking hands before kickoff as they get ready for action in this one. Getting things started, Phoenix Baugh finds wideout Cohen Brown on the check down, and he's down the sideline for a big gain. Bulldogs knocking on the end zone as they keep it on the ground. Landon Smith walks in untouched for the touchdown. Central KC looking to get going on their first drive of the year. Eagles now on offense. Michael Starnes dropping back. He's going to be picked off by Creed Jacobs, and Creed to the crib. Right off to the end zone. Pick 6. Bulldogs up 14-0 early. Little first game jitters for the Eagles. Head coach Michael Weiss trying to get things under control. Back on offense, Starnes sacked by Finley Fisher. And then later, Bulldogs block the punt, putting them in great field position to put this game out of reach. Just a few yards shy of the end zone. Fisher gets the handoff, but he is stuffed on this down. But a couple plays later, he won't be denied. Breaks a few tackles, and he gets into the corner. East Buck goes on to win big time, 50-6. In other KCI conference action around the area tonight, North Platte Panthers were at Butler this evening. Panthers take down Butler in overtime, 40-32. Then to the Class 1 runner-up from last season, Hamilton was at Lafayette County. Hamilton able to outlast their opponent by a point, 28-27. Lathrop and Lawson football were also on the road as well. Lathrop was at Lexington. The Mules shut out the Minutemen 44-0. Lawson was at Warsaw. The Cardinals fall by a touchdown, 27-20. And the West Platte football team plays tomorrow on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. at Christ Prep Academy in Lenexa, Kansas. We will be there with coverage and have highlights tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
All right, game from last night. Mid-Buchanan taking on Plattsburgh to start the season. Dragons in the early going of this one. Rafe Smith takes snap, rolls us right through the Plattsburgh down to the 8th, and Chris Kovaleja scores. Mid-Buchanan's first points of the year. Right here, just kind of walks in, gets past one defender. Now it's Kovalevich. She gets in for the score. I'm a little rusty, it's fine. Ensuing drive. Bad snap, bad news for the Tigers. Ball back to Mid-Buchanan. Smith on the option, pitches to Creighton. I'm going to shed multiple tacklers on my way to the house. Dragons go up 13-0. That's a very, very long middle name, Creighton. Smith then chasing down his fellow QB in the backfield, picking up the sack. Then it's the junior, Trenton Lawrence, fields the punt, moving to his right. Dragons build a wall. Lawrence takes the punt all the way down to the 2-yard line. One play later, Smith puts the Dragons up 3 scores, and then back to the option. Smith pitches to Carter McDonald. McDonald does the rest himself to put Mid-Buck up 27-0. The Dragons not done yet. Riker McCullough, sophomore, gets a block from his teammate, serves a stiff arm up, uses a speed for the rest of the way. The Dragons win last night by a final score of 54-6. Well, here's still coming up on the rest of the show tonight. Plenty more to get to, including 2 of the top teams in 8-man football, Rockport and Worth County, squaring off with another big one tonight in Grant City.
And then plus, we are also going to look at St. Joseph Christian taking on Nottoway Valley right here in town for some 8-man action. All that and more after the break. Moving on to 8-man football, we start right here in town as St. Joseph Christian. The Lions began their season hosting Nottoway Valley. Lions coming off a 6-4 season 1 year ago.
Well, the Thunder went 9-2, and they start the early season with some momentum. One of these 2 teams will, at least. To Lions field we go. Start on the opening drive. Braxton McGinnis hand off to Cooper Snotterly, and the senior follows the blocks, takes a defender with him in for 6. 2-point conversion makes it 8-0. Turnovers plague SJC early. First drive for the Lions. Ball comes out on the exchange. Thunder jump on it. Ensuing drive now. Nottoway Valley looking to go up 2 scores. McGinnis drops back. Finds Jax Cowden all by himself. Touchdown Nottoway Valley. Conversion makes it 16-0. Late in the first, 32-0 Nottoway Valley. McGinnis this time forces a scramble. Rolls to his left on the run. Check out the concentration by Ty Hoyt to make the catch with the defender in his face. Gets into the end zone. 38-0 after 1. The Thunder rolls, as Garth Brooks would say. In St. Joseph tonight, they win 68-28.
In Rosendale, North Andrew welcomed in East Atchison tonight for more 8-man action. The Cardinals and the Wolves. Chris, you know how I feel about creepy mascots. East Atchison just a few yards from the touchdown, but the ball pops loose, and North Andrew senior Jackson Ritchie falls on it. Cardinals with a big stop. But in the second quarter, final minute before halftime, punt formation, ball goes over Levi McAfee's head, and the sophomore forced to run out of bounds. Wolves now have it deep in Cardinal territory. Few plays later, the handoff to the big senior, number 50, Tate Johnson, old school football baby, powering his way over the goal line to score the first touchdown of the game. 2-pointer no good. Brandon Burkhead and EA up 6-0 at the half. Second half, East Atchison drive right down the field. Gavin Irvine, the senior, finds space. He's in from 9 yards out. East Atchison goes on to win 20-8 in Rosendale.
All right, let's go to King City. Next is their football team hosting Stewartsville Osborne, the Wildcards versus the Wildcats. The Wildcats setting the tone for the game early in this one. They recovered a fumble in the opening drive and started the scoring with a touchdown pass to Ryder Sample in just a second right here. Here it is. Spoiler. Sorry, guys. Touchdown pass to Ryder Sample. Nice route, nice catch, nice play. 2-point conversion makes it 8-0. Wildcats get a stop as Graham Metzger and Colin Potter each get a half a sack on the play. Next drive, sophomore Landon Carlson scores a touchdown on a quarterback run to make it 16-0 with a 2-point try later in the first. Carlson finds Sample again on the deep pass to make it 24-0 with a 2-point conversion. A little bit later, now it's 40-0. Carlson finds senior Tucker Mullis to make it 48-0 with a 2-point try. King City goes on to roll to their first victory, 64-6. All right, other 8-man scores from around the area tonight. Bishop Blonde on the road at last year's state runner-up, North Shelby. The Golden Eagles falling tonight 50-24. Albany beating DeKalb tonight by a final score of 74-32.
More 8-man scores. Platte Valley played at Pattonsburg, and Pattonsburg wins 52-46. High-scoring game in that one. Mound City was at Princeton. Panthers win big time, 46-14 on the road in that one. Up next after the break, the Stanberry Bulldogs took on the South Holt Knights in Stanberry.
In our 8-man football matchup of the night, Rockport and Worth County. Who wins this dogfight? We'll be right back.
2 of the top 8-man football teams met in the state in Grand City tonight as number 2 Worth County hosted number 3 Rockport. Something had to give in this one.
2 of the very best. Let's get up to Grand City for this one. Rockport ball to begin this one. 275 GRC crossover. Here we go. Handoff to Brock Holes. He cuts right, puts the Blue Jays up 6-0 midway through the first quarter. Ensuing drive. Toss to the refrigerator. Bo Collins. Collins rumbles in to tie it up at 6 in this one. Blue Jays run game, and Holmes at it again. Cutting to the left. This time out racing the defense. 14-6 Blue Jays after this score. Worth County, though, going deep now. Jack Meyerkorth there says, I will take that one. One of his first of 2 INTs on the night, and then Worth County with the ball back. Collins now out catching passes, making men miss. The big man wheeling, dealing down the sideline. 22-20 though. Rockport still in front. Second half, Meyerkorth going up, catching. This time he's the receiver, goes in for the touchdown. Rockport by 8, and Tigers with 4 plays inside the 5, but the Blue Jays deny them each time. Rockport wins 34-26. Here's Anthony Crane up there with a couple of Rockport players after the game.
Ready to go. I'm here with Brock Holmes, Jack Meyerkorth, pulling off the upset tonight in Grand City. We'll start with you. Defensively, you had 2 picks, but talk to me about the defensive side of the ball and slowing down a really good offense tonight.
Oh yeah, we did a good job preparing for their offense, and our linebackers were filling hard. Our D tackles were getting in there, and our ends was doing a good job of containing, and they got good pressure. And we got some turnovers forced.
Yeah, and for a week 1 matchup like this, talk to me about what it was like just during the game, the physicality and all that. For week 1 and getting accustomed to football again.
Yeah, they came out and punched us hard, but we punched right back, and we hadn't, due to the heat last week, we only had 1 day to tackle each other, so. It was a little surprise at first, but we got used to it.
Now, offensively, wasn't easy for you all the time. Talk to me about the offensive side of the ball and what you liked from what you saw from them tonight.
A lot of it goes to how we block. Our line works really hard in practice, and I also give it to our practice team. I mean, they work really hard on defense, getting us to get really good reps, and that helped a lot.
Yeah, and maybe toughest team you may face in regular season. What can you take from this game tonight to help you moving forward?
I mean, this is an upset victory, so, I mean, we really felt we were going to win. But, yeah, it feels good. There's going to be a lot of motivation for the season.
Thanks, guys. Good luck moving forward.
We head to Stanberry next, where the Bulldogs football team welcomed in the South Holt Knights. On the opening kickoff, Stanberry freshman Pax Schieber, wasting no time using his blockers and taking the kickoff back 70 yards to the house to give the Bulldogs an early 6-0 lead. Here come the Knights, though, right back on a read option pitch from freshman quarterback Colton Fancher to senior Griffin Kremling. And he's down the sideline in for the touchdown. Knights tie at 6-6, 9:26 to go. Back to Stanberry. Now it's sophomore quarterback Drew Parman's turn to find the end zone, where he takes the quarterback power play up the middle. Bulldogs take a 12-6 lead. Final score from Stanberry, the South Holt Knights take this one big time, 47-18. And another 8-man score, the Bramer Bobcats on the road taking on Concordia tonight. The Bobcats fall big. 69-12 is the final in that one.
Instead, no, there isn't a Play of the Week winner announced this week, but we get you ready for it all and tell you how you can get involved after the break. All right, our Anderson Auto Group Play of the Week starts on Monday with voting. You'll have all week to vote on one of 3 top play nominees. Same way we've done in the past. Nothing's changing. Voting starts Monday at 5 p.m. and goes until Friday at noon. All you have to do is go to KQ2.com, go to the contest tab, find Play of the Week, cast your vote for, again, your favorite of the 3 plays that we will put up there for you to vote from. We've already seen some great ones tonight. We'll announce the winner next Friday night during football tonight.
And don't forget, Grand River Conference fans, we have not forgotten about you guys. We had this earlier in the show. We're saying it now. Rivals Maysville and Gallatin squared off to start the season tonight. Bulldogs win 43-7 in that big rivalry game. South Harrison was at Milan. Bulldogs win 55-14. And in the other GRC games, Trenton played at Brookfield in a battle of the Bulldogs. Trenton falls 44-20, and Polo hosted Schuyler County, and the Panthers win 74-20 in that one.
So what a week one it was. Woo! I know we still have one more game tomorrow on Saturday. West Platte, they still have their first game of the season, a non-conference matchup. But what a first night of high school football, full slate. Benton getting a good victory on Mark Cole's first game as the head coach there. Just Central getting a 1-point win. Just overall, your thoughts from the first night?
Yeah, I mean, again, the Central and the Benton, that's huge. I mean, Benton had all of those questions with the brand new head coach and Mark Cole just coming in there and a statement win on the road. And Central, how can you move on without Gabe Fields? I mean, it was all about Gabe Fields is gone. How do they respond? That's a big win for them to start the season. And how about 8-man football? Rockport, statement win on the road. Worth County, I mean, again, we've known from years past, they're tough to play, especially in Grant City, and they went up there and they won.
And that's a team that historically, it's no different. They get better as the season goes. Bo Collins, that's not a small guy.
He juked that guy out of his shorts.
That's a lineman running the football, catching the football.
Yes.
So again, Rockport with a huge win tonight against Worth County, 2 of the top 4 teams in the rankings. A lot to get to in the next couple of weeks as well with those teams, 8-man football, East Buck, Mid Buck, those teams getting wins. But we need to remind everybody too, we are starting at KQ2 stat leaders every week, not just football. It's all fall sports, and it will continue on throughout the year. But what you have to do, and this is for coaches, to get the stats to us, we need the stats to us by 6 p.m. on Sunday night. That way we can have them all compiled and released by Monday morning at 9 a.m. You can email it to Brett Kennedy, myself, Anthony Crane. It's just our first letter of our first name, our last name, at KQ2.com. So a lot of ways to get in touch with us.
Yeah, that's right. More stats, and that'll be something to look forward to next week.
All right, week 1 is in the books. We will be back here next week, 10:35. Have a good night.